I'd like to welcome you to the first I Flip, He Flops podcast.
Welcome, welcome, y'all.
Welcome, welcome, welcome. I wanted to bring, both genres together and have a co-host and where nobody felt any type of thing about him being gay or me being straight. I wanted everything to be, where we share because I grew up in a dance scene since like '89, and I've always been around like gay and straight dancers, gay and straight people, and I had no problem with none of that stuff. So I wanted to have a podcast where we have share both platforms, and we're able to talk about like the news, sports, politics stuff. The morning tea, we talk about everything, and then I wanted the podcast to be where we interview the top artists, like whether they're dancers, choreographers, actresses, models, surgeons, whatever, whoever's doing something that we love, we're going to have come on the podcast and represent, and we're going to give them their flowers, and we're going to let people know who they are, because it's a lot of people that you don't know who they are, but we know who they are. And when we bring them on the platform and you find out the things that they've done, the people that we bring, it's going to shock you. You're going to love it. And the flip means me. I'm straight. I flip. Like when we grew up, we always talked about, well, I flipped this girl, I flipped that, I flipped her, you know what I'm saying? Or I flipped her with some, we flip girls. And the flop is the flop is my band. So, it's just I flip, he flops. And it's more like saying I'm straight, he's gay, without saying it in any type of way. And we don't mean anything by it, I don't have any, I love everybody. No, he's my co-host. Tell him who you are.
What's up, you guys? I am Trey Rich. I am happy to be here, and I'm happy to be the flopper.
The flop.
The flopper that flops over here.
Right.
So the goal of this show is to really show that we have a lot more in common than we do that separates us.
Yes.
Like, we really want to break down the stigma between, the straight male and the gay male, because, like, they're really, one isn't in the way of the other. So sometimes it's people's insecurities that kind of tend to have us crossing wires and having misunderstanding versus saying, like, okay, he likes this. That's not necessarily my thing, but, like, I can support him in that and, like, yeah, cheer him on for that. Right. But that just ain't got to be my thing. Right. And same vice versa. Like, there is some random stigmas that float around in the straight world because I hear them in locker rooms that, like, because someone's gay, they're looking at you, or they're like, there's so much. If somebody likes you, they like you. If,
right. Somebody
calm down.
Yeah.
Like, calm down, straight guys.
Yeah.
Like,
right.
But yeah, we really want to show both sides of the coin.
Right.
You flip,
Yep.
I flop.
Right.
Listen.
Yep. We want to have the best interviews with the best people, and the best interviews that you've seen, and you guys are really going to appreciate what we got to bring for you in the near future.
Yes, indeed.
I want to talk about Dave Scott. Dave Scott was one of the top choreographers in here who came up under us. He did You Got Served, Stomp the Yard, all this stuff, and
God rest his soul.
He's just gone. He's one of the ones who's gone too soon. We have to really worry about the stuff that we consume, like drinking like that, to where it takes your life. Then, you got to slow down on the drinking. People who are dancers or who are in an industry who are drinking like that, it'll take your life too soon.
Yeah, man.
Man, I remember
alcohol will. Oof, man, it is the worst thing for you.
Right.
Literally. I mean. Right. Be healthy, period. Like, do things in moderation if you're going to do anything. But
we tried to stop Dave millions of times of drinking, and sometimes you just can't stop doing some stuff. Things make you.
It's not the person. It's the substance. It's called a spirit for a reason.
Right.
So
it's crazy. It's crazy. But I remember with Dave, like me and Swoop and all of us, we used to hang out with Dave, and we used to play strip poker with like all the dancers and all that stuff. And Dave would
Dave
would lose strip poker and be upside down naked. You know what I'm saying? In front what everybody, you know what I'm saying? We and Swoop we sober, so he losing, and he didn't end up all naked. Upside down naked. Like, that's the type of stuff we were that close to Dave. Like, I was that close to Dave. I've been in a lot of things with Dave and stuff. But that's just one of the funny things that we used to do. And man, I miss Dave. I went to his going away party. It was pretty cool. It was weird. You know, his son was over there, his auntie, father and them was over there, and everybody else was over there. It was like three different sections.
Oh, separated,
Three different
segregated.
sections. Yeah, everybody was because you know, from my understanding, you know, I believe his son might have pulled the plug a little too early on Dave. You know, that's from my understanding. You know, is that Dave got the plug pulled a little too early. You know, he still had a fighting chance because I was talking to Dave like 2 days before he died. I had Doug put the phone to his ears, and I was telling Dave, man, don't give up. Like we not done yet. I'm like, Dave, we ain't done yet. Get your ass, get on up. You know what I'm saying? Get on up. I'm
That's
telling you
hard.
to wake up. And tears, Doug said tears start coming down his eyes. So I know Dave wasn't ready to go. I know he was still here, you know, he was still coherent. And so, and the next day, they end up pulling the plug on him. So I was like, wow, like, you know, we thought he was still here. And the treatment that he could have got was in LA, and he was in Vegas. I would have just put Dave in the car and drove his ass all of 4 hours away and took him to the clinic that was right for him, you know?
Man,
And so,
ugh,
yeah, so
that's a hard thing to.
what
Man.
about, hey, Trey, what about money? When the money's gone, what we gonna do when the dollar is gone? You know, like when you can't, when the government's monitoring all your money, what are you gonna do? They gonna know like how much gas you put in your car.
I know
It's
everything you do.
Everything you do when the money's gone, when the dollar collapses and it becomes they have control over everything in your life. Like that's what the digital coin is about. That taking, you know, it's something deep that we're about to go in, and it's happening worldwide. They're doing the digital coin thing. It's worldwide, so it's like
It's a lot of crypto.
it's a lot of crypto. Yeah, it's a lot of crypto. So they control it, and
Crypto.
they can take what they
And it's
want.
scary because some are like collapsing in it.
Yeah, so yeah.
People are losing thousands.
You know
Some
what?
people
I
are
think-
gaining millions.
I
It's
think-
it's a scary,
I think
volatile
that-
space.
I think that at one point in time they're gonna shut the whole crypto down if you don't got it put up like in a trust, like how they put it in a trust. If it's just regular in a ledger or something like that, they ain't finna swipe. I think everybody's money's gonna be gone. You know?
No, really. Like people kind of need to look into having a decentralized wallet
Right.
because
Yeah. That the
it's,
decentralized wallet is
listen,
it.
it's a
Even
scary. We in scary times, y'all.
Decentralized wallet ain't too good. They talking about you got to put it in a trust where you don't own it, and it's still there. They can't get to it. You know what I'm saying? In the trust, so you can put your crypto in the trust if you got enough of it. You know. So
Ugh,
I'm like,
that's
man,
a whole other.
no money. What about the pimps? What about the hoes that's getting money on the low key? It's gonna be a bunch of favors.
Cash out for some pussy is crazy.
Cash out for some
Cash
pussy.
out for some pussy
It's gonna be a whole
is
bunch of favors. Like they're
insane.
gonna be like, this is for this. This is for some clothes or some food. Or they're gonna be a whole bunch of different things that money is being sent under. But it's still gonna be cash sent under. Who's getting $1,500 for? Sent to
Right?
you?
Can you imagine? You just
the toilet
you just rolled over in this nigga's bed. He was blowing your back out, and then he asked you, "Do you take Venmo?" That's some fuck shit. If I ain't,
You got cash out. You got.
that's some real fuck shit. That's some nigga shit. That's some straight nigga shit.
You got Venmo. Cash out Venmo.
Yo, you got cash app.
That's crazy. That's wild. Okay, so so this guest that I got coming on, I Flip He Flop, our first guest ever. Honored to have him. He's like one of my best friends in the whole world.
This guy.
His name is Richard Whitebear, aka Swoop, the Dance Father. He's done things like Aaliyah, Brandy, Ray J, Backstreet
Yes,
Boys,
God.
Snoop Dogg, Will Smith. He done movies and stuff like that. He's done different.
Yes, you got served.
He's done different things. You got served, stomped the yard. He's one of the legends around the world, around this dance scene in LA. He came
Saved
over.
the last dance.
I used to call him the mayor. He came over and took over LA and took choreography to a whole nother level. I like to introduce my best friend, Swoop, Richard Whitebear.
Woo!
Yes, sir.
Yeah, spring break.
Yes, sir.
Hey, Swoop. That's hilarious.
Yeah. Hey,
We finally
baby.
here, man. We finally here.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a girl, huh? This big
Oh
girl.
my goodness.
That's okay.
Man,
See,
Yep. So listen. So Swoop, we want to know how did you start? How did you get into dance? What made you What made you get into this thing called dance that we got going on right now? How did it start? In Kansas City. I know you're from Kansas City.
Yeah,
And
definitely.
how did that come about? What's going on
Go
with that?
Chiefs.
Yeah.
Chiefs. I lost a lot of money on the Chiefs last year. The hell going on with them Chiefs?
Hey,
I
man,
lost
you
money.
win some,
I
lose
lost
some.
money. I lost money. There ain't no damn
Why
Chiefs
is
in
it
there.
always? It's like you win some and you lose a whole lot more than you
Yeah.
A
want.
whole
Well-
lot more on Kansas
Well,
City, man. Look here.
You got to bet.
That's
when
what I
it's the
get for
right
going against my
time,
Rams.
You know what I mean? Yeah. Well.
Okay, so-
Where I came from is Kansas City, of course. My name is Swoop, and I was brought up in the streets of the dance world as kind of like a street thug dancer. So every corner. Well, I was brought up from top with my foster big brothers. They were dancers, so
Yeah.
and then they basically started teaching us and that's when popping and locking and
So who was in
just
your
came
group?
in.
Wasn't Leo in your group? And would you have a group with Leo with all your brothers in there?
Yeah, well, yeah, me and my
Mike,
brothers,
Leo.
Leo and Michael.
Rest in peace, Mike. Rest in peace, Leo.
Yeah.
Shouts out to my brothers. Boop, boop, boop.
Man.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, well, yeah, we were the Whitebear brothers before my brothers, foster brothers, was teaching us everything when it came to popping and locking, and that came in. I started.
Around what time was this?
This was like 1978, something like that, 78, 79.
Yep.
So,
He was like 10 years old, 79.
yeah. So basically, started from there and getting in the streets and back then putting the linoleum down and
Yeah.
on the corners, and you started battling. Then you find other places that let's meet over there at the theater, and we'll battle in the front,
Yeah.
play our
Them was
music.
the old days. We used to battle like that.
Yeah,
That's the old
yeah,
days.
yeah,
You know,
yeah.
Meet on the corner with a radio.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Put the
I
cassette tape
wish
in.
I was alive then. That was such a good time. That was such a good time.
You was
in
alive
dance.
That was a
I
great
was
time.
alive somewhere. I
That
was
a great
swimming
time. You was
swimming about.
You was being thought about.
Probably like just like
You was being
a little young one.
Yeah.
But like just to be able to grow up in that when it was really fresh and new and real and raw.
Yeah.
That's just
Yeah, well, shout out to our leaders, that started it for us. You know what I mean?
Yes, sir.
Papa Pete and Boogaloo Sam and all them.
Yeah.
Especially, those ones that started the well, not just them, but there's others that started the hip hop for us. And
Yeah.
and to be keeping it going this long, and I know that times change.
Yeah.
Of course,
Yeah.
it goes from to, but I've seen them collaborate and and make it happen. So dance is like universal to me. So it doesn't
Yeah.
really kind of
I feel like it's something
matter
that
if you
is
flip or
always
flop.
transforming.
Swoop, how did you run into Strict D and them out there? How did that happen? How did you become an Imperial Prep? I'm Imperial Prep. I'm a prep dog. I'm an Imperial Prep from
rather
LA.
be taking me back to
Imperial
my
Prep, what is
You know what I'm saying? Imperial Prep.
Tell me more.
Yeah,
Strict D.
shout out to Strict.
Strict,
Yeah.
shout out Strict.
Shout out to
Imperial Prep.
Imperial Prep,
You know,
yeah.
you Strict get into his voice and shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, shout out.
Shouts out Prep. You know what I'm saying?
When I was growing up and into the high school, ICE was my brother's group, all of us together, my big brothers and my little brothers. We basically had called ourselves ICE, and then we became the best dance crew in Kansas City. Then it was, of course, Strict D's crew called the Jam Squad. So they was our competition all the time.
Damn, okay.
So every time we got in competitions, it was between us two
Yeah.
going against each other. But at first, it was our big brothers. So they didn't know about us, the little ones. So when my big brothers did a show with Jam Squad involved, Jam Squad was kind of winning until
You got
my big brothers brought us out, and that was like, ow, Scorpio.
Oh, so y'all were a surprise?
Oh man, we surprised
Secret weapons?
everybody.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. That's how we met Strict. And Strict seen me grow, and I was like with No Bones, which we call Zester Ponder, and he and I was like, let's go to the skating ring where we love to skate. So, and that's where a lot of the battles was going on too.
Yeah.
So that's where I got initiated into the Imperial Preps with Zester together, because Strick sent us out to battle when team showed up, and it was like Strick, he always get in the front, and he goes, because he's the leader.
Yeah.
So he goes.
He just go
He
get
don't,
him, like, get him, like,
he don't have to say nothing. He just do a trigger,
Yeah.
and then it's especially me and No Bones were the new breeds. So
Yeah.
when he sent us out, we were fire. We was fire on people. So yeah, and that's how we met Strick. Because he was like, "Let me get these guys." And
So I'm interested to know this part. How did you get into the Marching Cobras?
Well, how I got into Cobras was I happened to be going to our mall. It's called the 63rd Street Landon Mall.
Yeah.
And it was the known mall where everybody goes to. And
Yeah.
so I'll go in there and get me some shoes because I was, still in school.
Mm-hmm.
So I go out, I'm there in the store, and I just hear beats. And I go, let me follow the beats. And I follow music all the time. So I follow the beats outside, and it's a crowd of people just looking. So I get through the crowd and get to the front, and I see the drill team going. And I go, and I'm just start moving. And then, when they finish, Mr. Smith came over and asked me, my name, and said, I see you over there dancing, you should be one of us. And I got my invite. Yeah. That was my invite. Went down there with my little brother, Leo, and Michael.
Yeah.
And, it got.
I miss Mike and shit.
Yeah.
Mike is
he was
special.
the one that didn't play.
He's somebody special, man.
He didn't get in the drill team.
We talked a lot too, so that was just good. Mike, I talked to Mike a lot. So
Yeah, rest in heaven.
Yeah.
He we went down there. This is the truth. We went down there, and me and Leo loved the drill team. We was just watching it this time, getting ready, not even in yet.
Yeah.
So Mike was sitting there, and he's just like, I'm ready to go. The whole time, because we met Mr. Smith, and he seemed flamed. If you know what flamed means, you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, he flopped.
The flop.
He flopped. Yeah,
So,
it's a flop.
but me and my brother Leo looked past that because
right.
we was intrigued by the drill team.
And that's what we do now, Swoop. You see, you made a good point. You look past that. See, I've always looked past that. Because that's not me, so I look past it. So you know what I'm saying? So I get it. Go ahead. Continue.
Yeah, basically, the drill team caught our attention. So, and then Mike was like sitting there going, nah. And then when we got home, he was like, yeah, I don't like that man. He just seemed too funny. And I was like, well, I love the drill team. So I kept going.
Right.
Yeah, it's not like the gay is not out there, and it's always going to be out there, and it's been there for years before us. So it's not even like, it's something new. So I don't know why they're making it a big deal today.
I got some. Swoop, I got something. Who it sound like, Swoop? I got some. Cuz I ain't with that. Cuz I'm like, man, look, I'm trying to reach a whole different audience than just in the ghetto. I'm trying to reach the worldwide audience. I'm trying to pull in some other shit. You know what I'm saying? Do something different. Totally go left when people are going to right.
Already.
You know what I'm saying? So that's what it is.
Yeah.
Okay,
I don't get down, but at the same time, I got people I love.
Yeah, right.
Oh, let's
People I love.
Do you flip or do you flop?
It's not time. I guess at
You
the
already
end.
can
That's
tell.
it. Okay, we got to get that at the end.
Shoot.
That's at the end. That's coming. It's coming to me.
Hey.
So listen. So Swoop, I want to know how you got together with Hammer. How did you start dancing for Hammer? How did that?
This
come
is an
about?
era.
Do you remember that mall that I was telling you about where I got my tennis shoes, right?
Uh-huh.
We, as the preps, were preparing for Hammer's contest.
Mm-hmm.
It was first place, limousine and tickets to get into the concert. Then second place is just tickets to get into the concert, 2 tickets to get in the concert. Then it was third place, a ticket to get into the concert. So basically, me and my team, the Imperial Preps, got together, and then Strick showed up and gave love to us. So after we put it down, one of our boys kind of messed up. So we were messed up with him for a while, but at the end, 2 other friends that, remember when I was telling you that B-boy and popping and all that was coming in. These are 2 B-boys that were, freshly making new moves to B-boy moves, like the flare and reverse on the windmills and, so different taking chances. So, yeah, they came in first and we came in second, and we really didn't care who came in third. So one of my friends that was on my team, Carlos, said, he took the tickets and sold them. And I got pissed off at him. I was like, hey, man, it was, and I was hood then. But anyway, he got me my ticket. Out of that, me and No Bones and Goofy went, well, we wasn't called that at that time. Richard, Zester, and Russell, right? Yeah. We all went to the concert and basically up in the stands and, doing an admission to play music and stuff. Yeah, and of course, we taking all the attraction. And then the concert comes on. So we see them dancing and stuff, but once they finish, we're throwing up, our prep is P this way anyway. But it was yo prep. We was saying yo prep to them, saying we want to battle, Hammer and his dancers. So his masseuse was there and said, you know what? Why don't you meet him over at the hotel? Yeah. And we went over to the hotel. As we was walking to the hotel, we said, let's create our names, And so when we started creating our names, it was like, because, Kid and Play is not their real name. So we was like, we could create our names. So anyway, long story short, we went to the hotel, did our thing in the middle of the floor, and then Hammer's brother noticed us. And, actually he heard about my brother getting killed at that time, Leo. And then he was like, give me a week. And they gave us a week and called us and said, come to Arkansas. Yeah. And our audition was on stage in Arkansas in front of thousands of people.
Yeah. This happened in the middle of the hotel.
That's crazy, yeah.
This is crazy. Like the things that people write about in movies was really happening back then.
I got picked up there in the middle of the hotel.
So Swoop, departing from Hammer, was it hard? Like to depart from Hammer, was it a hard transition?
Yeah, it was.
Or was you ready to grow already? Like, was you ready? It was time for you to grow and turn into something else.
Actually, it was hard. Yeah. To leave Ham. Yeah. But it was pushed. I was pushed because I was not doing second string. Right. So, doing all the work that we did, a lot of changing of the dancing and everything that Hammers did, and all the Get Buck and everything is from Kansas City. Right. So you're gonna put me second string and then take everybody to Hawaii and Africa, 2 places I've always wanted to go. Hurt me deeply. Who? So I gathered up my things and said, I'm heading to California. LA. I was already in San Jose.
Your ass was out here, huh?
Yeah, I was out here. So
who created the Shake in Kansas City Shake?
That was one of our girl dancer friends named Felicia, and she started. And the Shake didn't look like the Shake how everybody did when we started showing them. Yeah. It was a totally different look. Yeah, different shape. And it was like, which evolved into somehow evolved into something else. and but she gets all the credit, always. We just took it and, always learned to make everything our own instead of just, learning from somebody and then just doing it their way.
Yeah.
You take it and marry it to you, and then you end up making it your own.
So, Swoop, when did you connect with Fatima?
Oh, wow.
Ooh, this is
That
a very
was
good
in
question.
1995. I was basically when I
Regina's?
connected with Fatima.
Regina?
I was at Regina's dance studio.
Regina Dance Studio.
Actually, it was Regina's second dance studio because the first one was where I met Oliver Crooms,
Is Regina
and he
still
taught
alive?
me how to.
Where was
taught me
this?
how to.
Is
Regina's
Regina-
right there on
Is she still alive?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah,
Shout out to G.
Shout
You know
out
what
to
I mean?
Regina.
And then it was over off of La Brea in Wilshire.
Yep. I remember
The first one.
Little bitty room.
And then the second
Oh, like
one got on
through the light on the
Highland.
right?
Yeah, right on the right.
Yes.
Right there
Where
by
the Bank of America used to be?
Yes, sir.
Wow.
Yes, sir.
Wow.
Yes,
Okay.
sir.
Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah.
sir. That was my start, and thank you to both of them, taught me how to teach.
Right.
I actually
Yeah, Swoop
didn't know how
taught me
to teach. I was
I
like,
didn't know how to teach. That mother taught me how
my
to teach.
counts was basically
Swoop taught my ass how
1,
to
2,
teach.
3, 4,
I
5,
ain't know
6,
none of that
7,
shit.
8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16.
I didn't even know none of that shit. I didn't even use counts. I just was just trying to move to whatever the fuck
Yeah,
was going on.
that's why I said when I learned how to teach, even though I learned how to do the counts, I was being me when I started evolving away from what Oliver taught me.
Yeah.
So when I learned to count, I was like still in the rhythm of the in between counts. So how do you count offbeat moves? You know what I mean?
Right.
And that's
Yeah,
how I
yeah.
used to think how to be offbeat or how to do this. How to create a light bulb, how to create a ball. Mime stuff, and then
Right.
put it with the music.
Right.
And that's how I started, over there at Regina's. And then we got to her second studio and, clientele started dying down. But at the same time, Fatima started coming around. And I was teaching at the time. So she walked in and seen my class and kind of was watching. So when I found out that Fatima was there and who she was, I was like, hey, Fatima. How you doing, Fatima? Hey,
I know
how you
that's
doing? Good morning, Fatima.
Hey.
Good day,
hey,
Fatima.
Hey.
She was, and Regina was like, Swoop. Fatima told me, she said, who is this guy keep coming up to me saying, hey, Fatima? Who is this dude? Then she said, I showed her your class. And after that, I've been on the road since 1995 till 2003, 2003.
Man.
I mean, right, when did Aaliyah die? It was,
What year was it?
It was-
2003? Was it?
I think it was around there. Anyway,
2002?
2000 she didn't, but 2003.
How was it dancing for Brandy?
A B.
In the beginning. How was it when you started doing the videos like that? How was it?
She's
How's it dance for Brandy?
Dancing with Brandy was great.
2001.
2001. Oh wow, yeah.
2001 is when Aaliyah passed.
Respect. I love you. Yeah. Well, dancing with Brandy was great because, to tell you the truth, before I heard about her, right? Before I heard about her, I heard her music, and I was doing stuff in my room, just playing, and I was loving her. Her voice was just ridiculous to me.
Right.
And then I said, I'm gonna dance for her one day.
Right.
Watch. And I end up being her dancer and choreographer through Fatima.
Oh yeah, no, I'm visualizing the sitting up in my room video, and I remember saying, "Wow, what a time! What a time in music!"
That was actually my
It's
first
getting juicy.
choreography
It's getting juicy
video
for me
with her.
right now. It's getting juicy for me right now. Hold on a minute. Everything getting juicy right now. Wait a minute. Swoop. How was it working with Aaliyah, Lily?
Yeah.
How was it working with the Queen?
She working with Aaliyah was like one of my best artists to ever work with, because she mixed with the dance. she was dance and she was a queen out there in front. You know, she's like a Beyonce with soul.
See, that's what Beyonce was watching. She was watching her before
She was
Beyonce
Beyonce.
really made her way. She was watching that.
Right. All of them
She was vibing off that. She knew what time it was.
Aaliyah got all their attention, you know.
She got all that.
Janet and all them because,
Yep.
you know, Aaliyah had a flavor of her own. So does Janet.
Yeah.
I mean, I can't take away from Janet.
So
You know?
look.
Oh,
Wait.
yeah.
They all had their own flavors.
I got a story I want to say. Like me and Swoop, we was living in Inglewood, me and Swoop. And
This guy.
yeah, me and Swoop was living in Inglewood. Like, look, we were working for Debbie Allen. We was working for Debbie Allen. Me and him didn't have too much money. We had paid rent, whatever. Swoop was like, I ain't got shit like that. He didn't really have too much. But Aaliyah called that nigga. I'm telling you, Aaliyah called that nigga. That nigga got on a bicycle and rode all the way from Inglewood, all the way to Hollywood and Highland to see Aaliyah. Nigga, you crazy? Like, you know what I'm saying? Swoop was, you know what I'm saying? And that's a real true Hollywood story. That nigga had to get there.
Bicycle.
He had to get there. I would have got my ass there too. That kind of way I had to get there. Are you crazy? Y'all, come on, don't be funny. Nigga,
Hey,
I would have got there just like that.
When Lily say move,
Nigga,
you move.
That nigga got his ass up and was out there like a. I said, Swoop, what'd you do with the bike, nigga? Now you was soaking wet when you got off that motherfucker. I know you was like you just jumped out of a swimming pool with that motherfucker. God damn. Okay, so Swoop. Another thing, when I was at Swoop's house in Inglewood, I was watching the video. I was watching the videotape, right, Trey. And it had Swoop doing the choreography for So Say a Goody Goody. Right now I'm not. He was making up everything by himself in the mirror. So, like that choreography, I know for that. I watched the whole
Legendary.
thing at his dad's house in the mirror. He was doing the shit. I watched the whole damn thing. I said, "Damn, Swoop." Everything you did was on in the movie, in the video. I was like, "Oh shit, this nigga did the whole shit." So nobody can say he didn't put that piece together. In my eyes, when I saw it, I was watching that shit like, nigga.
Me and Fatima went to clubs and just, watch professionals do their moves, and then she was like, "Let's get up, and just do stuff, just play around," and we created a whole flamenco routine in the club at the point of our start of learning how to do flamenco.
Yeah,
and that was just watching.
Yeah.
So we were very creative together to make something like that. Plus, the fellas, I always made stuff for the fellas to do stuff. So at the end, we did our thing. Dun, 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 with the baby part at the end. Yeah. So that was I think it was a Timbaland's rap part, and then the flamenco came in at the end.
Yeah.
You feel me?
So Swoop, how was it working for Debbie Allen at the studio?
The queen.
How was that working for Debbie Allen?
The queen of dance.
To be in that
she
air
gave us
and
energy
space.
every time we saw her. Every time we saw her, it was like, oh, Debbie Allen, ooh,
Hey, I love Debbie Allen since Fame when I was younger.
Right.
You guys are watching the rendition of the new Fame
I liked her from
today.
A Fish to Save Pittsburgh. When she
Yeah,
stands, I like that. I was like, oh, like
that was dope.
She's
too.
real wild ghetto. Like that's really showing how ghetto you could be in back then at that time.
Yeah.
She was just ghetto.
I just love how she worked them in class, Fame, and how her and Leon kept getting into it, and even then, I didn't see gay.
Yeah.
I didn't see gay. I seen how talented Leon was, and I was like, dang, he kind of funny. You can't really tell.
Yeah.
But at the same time, when I was young, I could tell because I was like, this dude can dance. He could dance. I was more about dance than any of that stuff.
Anybody showing their stomach like that, and some tights like that.
But that was the fad back then. Everybody was wearing
It was inevitable.
Everybody was wearing those shirts back in the day.
It was inevitable, man. Fuck this shit.
Brother, you wore that shirt.
I never wore a shirt like that.
Yeah, you did.
I swear to God on everything I love.
This is real perspective though, because some people don't even see it as that, but some people that's just it's the first thing that you notice.
Right.
And one thing I think is dope is to let it be okay for those perspectives to happen. Like, hey, particularly for Swoop, it's just like the movement?
Yeah.
Is it great? Are you excellent in that? Are you inspiring me?
Right.
Not who might you be sleeping with or who's
Who gives a
Shit don't matter. And Swoop. Remember you and Dave Scott. This nigga Dave Scott and Swoop had me in Guy's concert. In the Guy concert, like, but backstage with all these niggas all the whole original Guy just back there, niggas walking around. Teddy Riley acting like he Michael Jackson and shit. Like we was in the back, Swoop and Dave Scott dancing. I'm like, wow. I'm singing these niggas songs all the time.
Was we with
Guy was?
It was with
wow.
Teddy Riley. You did one show. It was one show.
Was that Teddy Riley, Aaron Hall,
Hollywood?
and,
It was in Hollywood Boulevard.
Teddy
Genuine-
Riley?
No, Teddy Riley.
Teddy Riley,
You and-
Aaron
you
Hall,
and Dave
and
Scott.
we
in
did it for
Hollywood.
hit?
was in
You
Guy.
did it for Teddy Riley.
Oh, really?
Yep, in Hollywood. It
I-
was you
I've
and Dave
done
Scott.
so much stuff
You and
I
Dave
don't
Scott
even
on
remember.
one side of the room. You was on one side. You wasn't dancing
Yes.
together. You were on one side of the room, and it was on Hollywood by the old Hollywood by the old Deep. Vanguard. It was over there. That little club right there.
Oh,
Remember
yeah.
that little right there? You go to the back. You go backstage and all that
Oh
stuff.
yeah.
I was with Teddy Riley. It was a trip, nigga. I was
yeah.
starstruck. I was like, Swoop got me back here with these niggas. Look at this shit.
Shout
You know
out
what I'm
to the
saying?
boys,
You know what I'm saying?
man.
Teddy Riley and shit had me back there with them niggas just singing.
Yeah.
Man,
yeah.
that was
Oh,
crazy.
Yeah, that's
That's
right.
back when famous was
crazy.
a different level of famous, and you didn't have as much access to people like you do now.
Yeah.
Like people were like you weren't able to just slide on an Instagram and see what your celebrity, your favorite star is doing on a day-to-day basis. Like
Right.
you weren't able to just access them on such
Right.
almost like an unlimited basis now. I think that has really kind of
It's changed a whole lot. It's gotten too
it's too much.
Yeah,
Like-
too deep into people's personals. You know.
Yeah, and I just don't. It doesn't need to be that way.
Yeah, it's like
Like I understand some people's brand does cross over with what their lifestyle is, but there are some people that really want to create this entity or escape or even persona to inspire and move people into just a experience versus them trying to bring people into their own personal life, if that makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
So, and I feel like because now you have to be on social media and do all of these things, you now feel like you can't let your imagination run too far wild away from who the person you is because it's going to confuse people.
Right.
So now people are stuck making themselves a brand versus being their original selves.
Right.
It's crazy. Like
now you can be original self now, and because of AI, you don't even have to be talented. You can just
AI.
you can create a whole concert. You create a whole person and win off of AI computer.
Yeah, AI is serious.
And all of us struggling trying to win as an artist vocally. So of course it comes down to AI is taking the jobs away from
for
our
the
human people.
Swoop.
Yeah, the people that.
So how was it, Swoop? How was it working for Nickelodeon when you worked there?
Oh man, Kim Fields. Shout out to Kim Fields.
Shout out Kim Fields.
Yeah.
We remember.
Yeah, I did different Nickelodeon shows on there.
Definitely all
because of
that.
her. She was a director.
Yeah. Taina,
Yeah, Taina.
you understand?
Oh, my
and I want to get to know you better.
Yeah.
Taina. We
Yeah.
used to love being on that.
Wow.
Go there and get all the snacks and shit. Eat all the snacks up and shit. Hi, them like eating all the snacks up and shit.
Yeah, that was my creative mode
Swoop
too.
made
I
me-
was creating
He made me
so
his
much.
assistant. He made me his assistant, so I got a chance to just be in there doing what he want. Nigga, go out there and do this, do that. I'm an assistant. Fuck it, I'm gonna eat all the snacks and shit. Oh, and I was with Munchie,
Just eating all the
Munchie
snacks.
City. Yeah, he's a Munchie like a mug.
That'd have been me.
Oh, yeah, I was
Eating up all the snacks.
I was creating
Services.
like she was doing these different segments of like Halloween and Christmas and so on and so forth. She was having me do the dance segments of those different eras, holidays or whatever segment that she needed dance in.
Yeah.
So I was creating towards them. Yeah, so Nickelodeon working with those kids was like, working with Class A dancers because that's how they picked them.
Swoop. Another thing I want to think about. How was it working for Snoop Dogg, doing his movies, doing these videos, all the videos we did for him, all the movie stuff we shot for him?
Oh man,
How was working for the Dog Father, Snoop Dogg, the Dog Father?
we was so cool.
Yeah, we was.
that they was saying Swoop and Snoop.
Yep.
Snoop and Swoop.
Yep. Shouts out to Daz. We fuck with Daz all the
Yeah.
time, man.
Shout out to Corrupt too, my brothers.
Daz had the best weed. Yeah, shouts out to Corrupt too. Daz had the best weed on. Let smoke that nigga shit.
Oh man.
Out.
Snoop's ass used to
Talk about the
used
weed.
to roll up while we was up on stage together and just
Daz used to talk about the
Pass
weed.
it
We
to
was like,
him.
man, what did y'all smoking? We'd be smoking some. Shit.
I would not have
We had to put
lasted at
wax
this
in.
time.
We would put
I
wax
would
in, all
not
type of
have
other
lasted
stuff in
at this
there. With Daz and stuff. He was a trip.
These
yeah,
niggas
that
was smoking for
that
real.
was a great
But
time.
we
It
did-
Peaches and Cream.
We did a lot of stuff with.
Shout out to Snoop. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
we did the 1997 iHeartRadio Music Awards. What is that shit called?
Peaches and Cream.
Peaches and Cream. Yeah, you can go look that up. We on there just doing some murder mode. We had a good time doing that shit. Though.
Yeah, it was. I don't think I've seen dudes dance behind Snoop too much. You know, so it kind of was like a first timer. Because when have you seen dudes dance behind Snoop?
Right. Nobody.
Never.
Yeah, that was the first time we made history, nigga. That was
Three the hard way.
That was history, nigga.
Three
We
the
made
hard way,
history.
baby.
We was on with their Snoop. They ain't never seen no shit like that. Even
Right.
Snoop's homeboys, they was like, nigga, they was like, cuz, y'all niggas is hard, cuz.
Yeah.
Y'all niggas is hard. But the thing with Snoop was, Snoop didn't know that shit. Me, Swoop, and Alfie, we would have got him on that damn bitches he wanted back then. They they thought we bring the girls, they take them, kick us off, and
He
put the girls
definitely
on.
didn't need us.
You know, they didn't need us. When you got the
He
bitches
definitely
on there.
didn't need us.
When you got the bitches
Hey,
on there. But
hey, you remember
but we would've got him.
that place we went where they had all the pimps and there was online pimps and
Yeah.
it was a whole pimp party.
Oh shit.
Snoop was out there. He was on stage, but he was a guest. So
It was a pimp party.
Yeah, we was in the audience just watching it, and he was like, before he went up, he was like, these are just fake, like not really real pimps. Oh, who was that? Somebody told us. No, I don't think it was Snoop. I think he was already on. It was somebody. I think it was either Jazz or something like that.
When we did the Palladium, you mean?
Yeah, it was full of.
Do you know they wouldn't even let me look? All the gangsters, they didn't know who the fuck I was. I was dressed up. They was like, you know who let me in? You know the black, the black lady with the blonde hair who's a comedian for Cat Williams. She's like, oh motherfucker, the older like
Lunel?
Lunel, yeah.
So Lunel, I told Lunel, I said, look, I told Lunel like this. I said, Lunel, she was right there. I said, Lunel, I dancing for Snoop, man. They won't let me get on stage. Lunel was like, oh no, come on, baby. She said, get out the motherfucking way. Get out the motherfucking way. Let that. She slid me all the way through. I don't know if she remember that, but she pulled me all the way through, and I just made it on time.
Damn.
I almost ran over Pharrell. Pharrell came through and slid through. He was in that performance, Pharrell was, and I almost ran over him. I didn't know he was gonna be there, Shit.
Drop it like it's hard.
So Swoop, what else you did? You did, what was the movie, how was it working with Austin Power?
Yeah.
The Austin Power movie.
Mike Myers, he's one of the ones. He's one of the ones that basically kept us laughing even when he was offset.
He seems funny as fuck. Like there's some actors that you're just like, I want to be on set with you because like you feel like you would just have me laughing the entire time, and that could be dangerous too because you like your stomach hurting the whole time.
Yeah, you can see you can see how he turned it on and turned it off.
Yeah,
that's how good he was. And even when he turned it off, he was still humorous to people. So
yeah, some people are just like that. Man.
Yeah, and I always wanted a father like that was just like funny to me, just make me laugh all the time because so he was one when we did, but he also picked up on the dance stuff, and he was like, and it was amazing to see how actors, they put him into their own private rehearsals and get them up to part where they can fit right in with the rest of us. Yeah.
Right.
And he's amazing, man.
He was hitting his
so
mark.
So is Mini-Me, Catch me in
I come to this
Austin
part,
Powers 3, baby.
So you guys check it out. So I come to this part of the segment where we're sponsored by Caviar Gold.
Come on, sponsors.
And I say,
Caviar Gold.
I ask Swoop, do you flip or flop?
Man, I flip
You flip.
Flip the.
You mean Swoop? You mean to tell me Frank Gaston and then Eric and none of them from Soul Train, none of them didn't convince you to hit no booty to put you in a position to do what the fuck you would do? What you chose? No,
The T.
Hell to the.
playing Swoop. I'm fucking with you.
To the
Nah,
no.
yeah, so Swoop,
Hey,
Swoop. Look,
like I
look,
said,
I'm just fucking
like
with
I
you. So
said,
listen, I'm just fucking
when
with you. So Swoop
because
flips.
I don't
Listen. So listen.
friends with a lot
so
of
listen. So listen. Swoop flips, right? So Swoop. Shouts out to your mom, Mama Swoop. I love her so much. Shouts out to your father. I don't know him too much, but Mama Swoop. Shouts out to her to my deepest. We're gonna be right there with her soon anyway. But so did you have you ever been married or something?
Yeah,
You been married? What?
been married.
You been married once? You got any kids?
For
You have any,
3 years.
Got any kids?
I have 3 kids.
Okay.
Like he got 7 kids and 8 baby
I
mamas.
Thousand kids.
Actually, I have
75,000
4
kids he got.
Kids.
Okay.
One passed away. Shout out to her, Aaliyah.
Mm-hmm. Right.
And then shout out to Imagine, my oldest. Then
Majane.
Sky, my medium, and
Buttons.
then Denzel is my
Denzel, them is my
Japanese.
baby niece and nephews right there.
Yeah,
Yes, sir.
so yeah, and then I love them, and it's nothing to be a dancer out there, but to be a dancer father, and to love their kids, man.
Yeah, man.
And like I said earlier, I like a father that was funny.
Yeah.
So being that I like the father to be funny, I was funny to my kids.
Right.
And always fun to my kids. Every time they see me, to this day, I
Right.
still make it fun instead of, things can get serious to these days because family is some people say it's not everything, but
It's everything to me.
everything.
It really
It's
is.
everything to me.
It's really
It's everything to me. That
it's-
shit
you-
just-
to die alone, you
Right,
guys, is
right. It's fucked up.
man,
It's
it's
fucked
no
up.
good.
It's fucked
Even I give shouts out to those who stick in there and stay around their parents and help them along the way because they all need somebody.
You can't.
So
you gotta,
and
you
your
gotta,
time
you gotta
is
stick with them.
your time is
You gotta
gonna come.
stick with them. Too. You gotta
Believe
stick
me.
with them too. Yeah.
Believe me, you will
gotta
not
stick with
stay
'em.
18 forever.
Yeah.
So Swoop, my last thing I want to ask you about your upcoming movie, your upcoming projects you have. Can you tell everybody about your upcoming projects you have coming up right now?
Okay, so I can only give you a brief little something, but yeah, I'm working on a movie it's called A Cobra is Born, and basically it's incorporating a lot of dancers, but I can only give you that much until, because I don't want to hurt myself, but I definitely, am a dancer to heart, so everything that I, create and make up is going to be involving the dance world.
Always a mover.
Yes,
Yeah,
yes.
Forever a mover.
Yeah. I want to just see dance stay alive, even if I'm not dancing,
Mm-hmm.
So that's why I jumped in the field of writing and creating,
Yeah.
I created a TV show based on dance. Well, some TV shows based on dance and a couple of movies. And I have a stage play as well based on dance.
Yeah.
So be ready. I'm coming for the future.
Yep. Swoop, when they want to take your class or have a private or have you do a video for them or something, how can they reach you?
Man.
Email, something they could get in contact with you? What we doing?
Yeah, you could catch me on Instagram and Facebook at Swoop Whitebear, and that's SWOOPHITEBEAR.
Yep.
Yeah, and you'll catch me there, and sometime my classes be on there, and sometime you'll catch me doing or promoting a class I haven't put on there. But yeah, in due time you'll see more of me. Right now I haven't never been really a computer person but you got more and more people in your ear saying update, upgrade, update, upgrade.
The sign of the
You gotta
times.
go.
Sign of
You
the
gotta
times.
go with the signs.
Yeah.
It's
today.
exhausting.
Right. It's hard to keep up with these kids.
We gotta get up
other stuff.
We got to get up in there.
Man,
Get up in there.
yeah, I feel you, but
Man.
it's hard to adjust to something that
It is.
I mean, I'm attracted to some of the stuff, but they're not. I mean, it's all it is now.
Wait.
They're going backwards to our dances,
I got
the
one more question.
Jordache and all that stuff.
I got one more question.
Now,
I got
you know
one
what I
question for
mean?
you.
So it's like they're lost.
I got one more question.
Where's your creativity, kids?
I got one more question for you. As you and me coming from straight like raw battle, like we come from battle. I remember Swoop was Hammer and them was at the Palladium. We was up there like bring y'all asses
I'll battle
down here,
you
come
now.
on. Swoop came downstairs. You know what I'm saying? The battle. He was the only one. But what do you think about the Les Twins? And because freestyle where we come from and how we get down and the shit we just did.
I want to battle y'all niggas, man.
How do you worry about the Les?
I want to battle y'all.
He want to battle y'all. Hey, look.
But I'm 56, man. I can't do what I used to like you kids.
Yeah.
But I commend those dudes.
Yep, I
I'm
do too.
so proud of those boys.
They working hard,
you
man.
know,
They working
because they're keeping dance alive for one, and two, they still keeping it fun.
Right.
And then they making it interesting
That's what I
to
love.
watch them.
It's entertaining. Like
Yeah.
it's pure entertainment.
Yes.
And you can tell they put in the work.
They have mad character.
Right. Way
And that's what's neat. They are a prime example of what dancers should look like.
Right.
They don't have routine like how we have routine.
Mm-hmm.
It's what I get from classes. Trying to do their class. It's hard to do them.
Yeah,
You can't do their style because they're freestylers.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So they're freestylers because of their freestyle.
That's what
It's off the dome, and then it's their type of feeling. Of course, they have. We have signature moves and our superhero moves.
Right.
They have them, but at the same time, some people can teach. Some people can put routines together, but some people can't.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
So, being that said, time to get back in the closet on that note. I mean, I like them boys, like I said. Them, if I was younger like them,
Swoop.
I'd have battled.
Swoop, to be honest with you, I swear to God, I battled them in front of Marcus Wyatt. I battled them in front of myself. I battled each one individually. By myself at King, I had to make them all.
King.
In front of Function, in front of Johnny Five, in front of all those people. So
I wonder if they flip
they
a
witnessed
flop.
it. I went hard on them.
I wonder.
Yeah, right. Because they be doing a
I
lot
wonder
of
maybe one day moves. Once we get up in there,
they come from hip hop
once
to
we get up in there, we're gonna be able to ask
even
them.
like some
once
wacky-
we get up in there, we finna get able to get them. They're gonna come through.
Fun
They're gonna come
characters.
through and see
You know
us.
what I mean?
Yeah.
They be doing, but their characteristics. I'm just joking, but they just got mad character that make
they
you
got
want to
crazy
see more.
character.
Yeah,
and
they definitely entertaining.
Yeah.
So
I still want to battle them in my
Swoop.
younger mind days.
They both want to
Respect to you boys.
Yes, sir. All right, so we want to conclude this. This is our first Flip He Flops, and we're gonna have Swoop back, maybe in 6 months.
Let me hit that cab.
We're gonna have Swoop. You can't
Light it up.
We're gonna have you can't light it. We're gonna have Swoop come back and share some other stuff with you. We got a lot of stuff to talk about later. But we thank you for coming, me and Trey. We
Yes,
hope to see you
indeed. Thank
next
y'all for
week.
tuning
We hope
in.
to see you next week to come tune in to us.
Hey. Thank you guys for having me and watching
To
me.
us.
Yep.
Watch us as we grow with us.
Going down.
Yep, that's it.
Peace.
Good.